Oh, hello. My name is Tom and this is Tom's Toys 95. Welcome back to another episode of A Week in the Life of an eBay Reseller. The aim of these episodes is to document my eBay reselling journey. Now, I am a part-time eBay reseller, therefore I don't sell a huge amount of items per week. Whilst I would like to, and I am actively trying by adding new listings, going to car boots, all the things that typical full-time resellers do, I just ultimately don't get the time to list as much or buy as much, therefore I don't sell as much. However, it's not a competition and I buy quite a lot of interesting and unique things, therefore you might want to stick around just to see what I've sold. I'm also an avid video game collector, therefore you will see some pickups throughout the video of some video games that I purchase. Now, this week there's no charity shops or car boot pickups, therefore it will be quite a boring episode in terms of there's not a lot of footage to go over, unfortunately. I'm actively trying to save some money so that I can get back to the charity shops and the car boots, because at the moment I've been spending quite a lot, especially with the car boot season now coming back around, but I haven't been selling as much as usual, therefore my funds are pretty low. But without further ado, let's get into the video and I'll round up everything that I've sold from Saturday morning through to Friday night, and the reason for this is just so that I can edit the video over the weekend and get it out for Monday. This item cost me just £3 from a charity shop, and it's an England casual shirt, brand new with tags, still got the label in there. I believe it's a size large. It's just a plain blue shirt with the England crest on it. I thought this would sell well near the Euros. Someone's obviously bought it maybe in advance. It went for £7. I think I sent an offer out. It was listed for £8. There's not a lot of profit at all in that, but I still thought there was some profit in it since it still had the tags on and was brand new. And yeah, I thought during the football season it would sell. I've also sold these Tomy eggs. Now, these are still being sold today. I've never seen them before, or at least I don't think I have, and I saw them in the charity shop and it kind of brought back a memory potentially, so I feel like maybe I did have them as a kid, but I've certainly not seen them since. And I literally went food shopping maybe like 2 days later, went into Sainsbury's, and in their toy aisle they had like the modern day version of these, exactly the same, just an updated version. So these are from 1993, so these are about 30 years old now. And yeah, they're just eggs, and then inside you've got these little people, and the egg shells go on top, so each one's a different colour. This only went for £5.50, but I only paid 50p for it from a charity shop. It's a nice little cute item. I thought because it was from 1993 it might be worth a little bit more. Still, 50p into £5, can't really complain. The next sale is a lot of 6 PlayStation 4 games which I bought in a bundle a long time ago. I think I got about 30 PS4 games, and there was quite a lot of good ones that I sold off for about £8 to £10 plus each. And then there was a handful which were not really worth selling on their own, and I could probably get more selling as a bundle. Now, they have taken probably over a year to sell, so the prices have probably dropped and I've had to reduce the bundle since. But this went for £18 on an offer about 5 weeks ago, and I boxed it up and packaged it up ready to sell and post off, and the person asked to cancel the sale, or I don't think they responded and they didn't pay. So after about 5-6 days I cancelled the sale and relisted. Now, this has actually sold now for £2 more, so it sold for £20. Because it's already packaged, I can't show you what's in there, but I will put a picture on the screen. But I think Uncharted was in there, Call of Duty, there's a few other games, so a pretty decent bundle for what he's getting, so £20, happy with that sale. This next item is Iron Sky Invasion on the PlayStation 3. Now, having bought this before for myself, for my collection, I know this is quite a rare and sought after game. I think I originally paid £12 for it at a game convention. I paid $15 for this from CEX, and this sold for $24.89 plus postage, so £26 or £27 someone paid for this. It's a decent title by the sounds of it. I think it's a movie tie-in game, but it must be either a good game or quite rare and valuable, and didn't sell very well. So yeah, nice sort of £8 profit after fees on that one. I also sold another one of these Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Steelbooks. I discussed this in last week's episode, but this is still sealed, but it's not perfect. There is still a dent on the case, and there's a few scratches and marks and stuff, so it's not mint, unfortunately. But I do have lots of these that I need to list, so now this is sold, I'm going to list another one, and hopefully that sells as well. So this is the Shinkawa Inferno Xbox 360 version So yeah, quite a nice piece. Hopefully whoever gets that enjoys it. Sticking with the Steelbook theme, the person that bought the Metal Gear Solid Revengeance Steelbook also bought this Devil May Cry 4 Steelbook, so the two are being posted off together. So this is a really nice tin with the slipcover on the PS3, and inside we have the art of the devil, so this is kind of what adds the value really, this art book, as it's usually misplaced or not traded in. So in there a nice art book with all of the game art, and then you've got the manual of course as well, and the discs. This is a really nice complete example of the game. I believe this went for around about £8 or £9. I'll put the price on the screen, but yeah, those two sold together to the same buyer. And sticking with the Steelbook theme, we also sold this Modern Warfare 3 Steelbook. So this is on the Xbox 360. Purchased this for £2.50 from CEX, or was it £3? Not sure. And the case was literally falling apart. The cover had come off and been put in upside down, and it was battered. And there is some signs of rust and marks on it, but at the time I didn't have the Steelbook in my collection on the PS3, so I decided to just add it to the collection until I could find an upgrade. And then lo and behold, I found a PS3 version, and the case is actually smaller, so it fits in with my Call of Duty Steelbook collection much nicer than this did. So I decided to sell this, and I think I got about £7 for it. Not the best price for it, but it is what it is, and I got a bit of profit as well. And despite the damage and the fact that the cover was upside down, I managed to put it back together and make a profit on it. So it was nice to add to my collection for the time being, but time to move on now that I've upgraded it. It's now Wednesday morning. I've got a few parcels to post on my lunchtime today. So the first thing was a Dualsense 5 controller, which is the broken one, spares and repairs, which I spoke about in the last episode, and that has gone for $24.99. So that was free from my friend Connor, who kindly donated that to me. He said he was just going to throw it in the bin, so I rescued it. And there's a cassette tape, which is the Aladdin one, which I discussed already, but I forgot to take that with me to work yesterday. So luckily the postage day is today and not yesterday, so I can get away with posting that today. And then there's a watch strap, which I couldn't find yesterday, and I was worried I might have to refund it, but luckily I found that one, so that one went for $9.99. That came from the big watch bundle, so that's good that has gone. So that's another strap gone. I'm not selling too many watches, but the straps seem to be selling quite well, so that's probably the 6th or 7th one that I've sold now, and that'd be going for £10 each. The straps were thrown in the deal, so they were pretty much free, so can't complain at that. It's Friday morning, I'm heading to work now. There's only one parcel that's sold, unfortunately. We had a really good start to the week, sold about 10 to 12 things over the weekend, and then it's been pretty flat all week, so I'm going to go and grab that now, and I'll show you what it is, and then I'll get that posted. I haven't properly labelled everything into a SKU system yet, but I believe the jacket is somewhere in here. I mean, that was handy. So while I'm here, I might as well discuss it. So this is a Regatta Grey Outdoors jacket. I believe it's a women's size, and that sold for £12.30 plus postage. So I also popped into CEX and Game this week. Now I made a video recently on all of the pre-owned 50% off games from Game that I picked up on, I think it was Friday, and then I went back after bank holiday and went in on Tuesday. So technically those Tuesday pickups should be in this video, but I decided to add that to a separate video as it's literally just about video games. However, I did pop in again on Thursday and I found some more games, and I thought they'd be raided out and cleared because they're really good deals and you can make loads of CEX voucher profit if you wanted to, but there's still quite a lot of stuff left. So I went in and I picked out some more things that I thought that I could resell. Now I'd already recorded the video at this point, in which case it was kind of pointless me sort of adding these into that video. So this is kind of like a part 3 or an extension, as I went 3 times in the last week. So the first one, Insurgency Sandstorm. Now I remember hearing about this game before it was released, but I never knew it ever got released. Never played it, don't really know much about this game. But it was $14.99 and I picked this up for $7.50 as it was 50% off all of these. Now I believe this is an online shooter, and the prices seem to have fluctuated over the years. It seems to have been a 12, maybe £15 game, and I looked at eBay solds, and recently it's been selling for 18, 19, £20. So I had to pick this one up, so hopefully I can get about £10 profit on that one after fees. The next game is actually, I'm going to go with the Remnant 2. So I picked this up on both the Xbox One and the PS5. Now the PS5 version was £24.99, so I paid £12.50. But then what's strange is the Xbox Series X version, which is the Xbox equivalent, same graphics, same generation, and this is £9.99. So maybe this is on Game Pass, or has been on Game Pass for a long time, therefore people haven't been buying the physical version, so it's just come down in price. I don't know, maybe it's an Xbox exclusive and it got ported over. I'm not too sure, I've never played with the Remnant games. But this one, £9.99, sells for around about £15, so I picked this up for £4.99. So after fees I'll get about £7 to £8 profit. This version on the PS5 sells for around £22, so it does go for a bit more money. This cost me £12.50, so after the fees I'll get about £17, £18, so I'll get about £6 profit on that one. Then I also picked up two more, so Lies of P. I searched this one on a whim. I know this is quite a recent game that has been out only about 3 or 4 months. Now I never got a chance to pick it up or play it, and there's no PS5 version, so I won't be playing this one. But this was £19.99, so in the sale was only £9.99, and I believe from memory this sells for around about £22. And the last game that I picked up was the Callisto Protocol on the PS5. This was only £4.99, making it £2.50. Now it only sells around £8 to £10, but for £2.50 I'm not going to complain. That's an easy £4 to £5 profit after fees. So that's everything that I picked up from game. Now it's time to do the CEX trip, and I only picked up one item, but it's a banger of an item. So this one is the Resident Evil 2 Steelbook version on the PS4. Now I only paid £10 for this version, and CEX for most Steelbooks don't charge any extra. Therefore I picked this one up. I've picked this up twice now, once for my own collection. I looked up the price of how much it was worth, and I was very tempted to sell it because it was worth a lot of money. And then I found a second copy pre-owned, which I believe I've sold since I've started this channel, so it might be on one of the week videos. But I sold the Steelbook for around about £40 to £45, and the disc sold on its own for around 10 to 15. So what I usually do is split the Steelbooks and the discs up separate, so I'll probably sell the disc for around about £8 to £10. I think the price has come down on that now, but this Steelbook is still really collectible, especially the Resident Evil ones. I'm after the Resident Evil 3 Steelbook for my own collection, but in the meantime I'll keep buying the Resident Evil 2 Steelbooks as I see them, so hopefully I can sell this for between £40 and £45 just for the Steelbook on its own. With the game I'd probably get 50, so it's probably easier just to sell the disc separate, and a lot of people collect the Steelbooks, just want the Steelbook anyway, so it makes no difference. So £45 hopefully after from a tenner, it's £35 profit. After fees I maybe get about £28. So then one of the last things to sell this week was 007 Bloodstone on the Nintendo 3DS. This sold on Friday after my postage cut off, so this will need to be posted on Monday morning. But this cost me I believe £4 from a charity shop, and this sold for £13.50, so I'm very happy with that. So I did see it in the shop. Actually I think it wasn't from a charity shop, it was from Cash Converters, not Generator, Cash Converters. So I think I paid about £3 or £4 for it, and it might have been £3.99, and I picked up some Call of Duty games at the same time, which still haven't sold yet, but they're also worth quite a lot of money. I didn't realise this ever made it to the DS. I remember this on the PS3 and Xbox 360, but I don't remember it ever getting to the DS. The PSP was out at the time, so I don't know if it had a PSP version. I don't think it did, so it'd be strange that it managed to make it to the DS and probably make it to the Wii as well, but not the PSP. But anyway, looks a great game. The DS version looks actually pretty good, you know. The graphics on the back don't look half bad. I don't know how it plays. I don't know if it's a more valuable title because it plays well for the DS, or if it's just an obscure title. But I know on the PS3 it was a good game. The graphics probably don't hold up very well today, and it's probably a bit janky, but I remember it being a really good game on the PS3. But yeah, the DS version, no idea how it plays. So that's that sale, and there's one last sale, which is Ninja Gaiden Sigma Z Special Edition on the PS3. That sold for £20 plus postage, and that cost me £10 from CEX. Now I made a £10 markup on that because it came with a collector's edition comic book and all of the trimmings, the DLC codes, the manual, everything. So that sold for £20. I've just tried to find it and I can't. It may be in my bedroom, so I'm going to go and have a look for that now. But if I can't find it, then when I do find it, I'll throw some footage on screen. But that also sold for £20. And with that, we have wrapped up the week. It's been quite a slow week. Again, with sales, we had a really good weekend for a change, and Monday, Tuesday was making loads of sales, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday went a little bit flat, and haven't made too many sales since then. I'm now recording this on Monday morning, just before the video is due to come out, and the new week is going to start, and I haven't really sold much over the weekend, so it's been another up and down week. We had loads of sales in one period and then not many sales in the next period, so we just got to keep being consistent, keep listing, and hopefully those sales do come in. I went to the car boot this weekend, so there will be a car boot video coming out this week, which is good because I haven't uploaded one in probably about 3 or 4 weeks now. I just haven't had a chance to get to them. It's been rained off, or I haven't had the funds. There's an exciting sale that I've just made outside of eBay that's not on eBay. I think I sold it I sold it via Facebook, and with that I received quite a lot of money, so I'll be making a separate video on that transaction. But with that should add some funds to the account, which means I can get to car boots more, and I'm not gonna waste the money. I'm not gonna go to CEX and blow it. That would be silly, but I do need to get some funds into the bank so that I have enough to go to car boots, find some decent items that I can then flip for profit, and hopefully increase that value. So then, with that being said, let's go and view the results and see how I did this week. So I'm at work and it's time to go over the results. So this week we've sold 12 items. That is a gross income of £202.37, so that's all the items sold plus the postage included. Now when I take off fees, which was £31.93, postage, which was £26.31, and the cost to buy all of the items was £57.49, that leaves me with a net profit of £86.64. So not too bad a week. £86, I'm happy with that. If I take off the cost of the items because it's already pre-purchased, I've banked £144.13. So not a bad week considering we had a good start and then a bit of a slow one towards the end. Hopefully things pick up next week. But £86, can't complain. It's about average for this year. I've had better, but also certainly had worse. So £86, I will take that. And that is everything for this week's episode. There's a car boot video coming soon. There's the video coming for the biggest sale that I've ever made so far in my eBay reselling journey, although ironically that wasn't an eBay sale. And then we've also got the week of the life video coming out next week. So we've got a lot of videos coming up soon, so I will see you on the next video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye.